episode VEINTISIETE. Boom, 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 boom.
Get up on this.
We are back with episode VEINTISIETE. That's 27 of them things.
Bro, we almost at 30.
Yeah.
Let me stop.
Because next thing you know, you're gonna be like, dog, it's episode 50. 1,000 soon come. Don't play with us.
Boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And we are glad to be back to share all this wonderful news with you.
It's 2 P's.
In a pod. Y'all should know this by now.
And I'm
2
here
P's.
with my boy
Platini, and I'm sitting here with my guy
Zachariah the Great. Let's get it. We're excited.
Yeah.
We have news to piggyback off of what we've talked about in the past.
So I hope you've been keeping. I hope you've been keeping up.
Not only, you know what's cool? It's a good piggyback because we're also still learning and researching. Because after last week, we were like, hold on, there's more stuff we need to learn from this. So I hope y'all are ready.
With that said, let's start the show.
Yay!
Now that we're getting things started, fuck, let these fools know what Disney got going on.
Listen here. If y'all didn't already watch it, and I'm not gonna fight y'all about it.
Now's the time to. No excuses.
If y'all have Disney Plus, and don't lie to me. I know y'all have your mom's account, your dad's account, your
Y'all got a friend. Y'all got a
girlfriends,
family member. Don't do that.
Your cousins. Everybody has an account that they pick your
Don't do that. Don't lie.
Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumanium is out now, streaming on Disney Plus. And don't tell me, oh, don't give me no spoilers, because listen, y'all should have been watched it already. But if you haven't, we're here. We're here. We might just run that back.
Might, because there's some scenes in there that I like.
Didn't we watch it twice?
Yeah, we did.
We did.
We did.
We're gonna run it back a third.
Our normal Marvel movie tradition.
Matter of fact, I think we might just go 1, 2, and 3. And
Oh, genius! I think I might run this like
genius!
that. I want to see that.
Yeah,
like
we're
that.
definitely gonna watch it. I hope y'all are ready for it. If you haven't watched it already, if you watched it and you felt some type of way, rewatch it, please, and figure it out. Stop playing, man. On that note, we also have more Marvel news. We just found out about Vision Quest.
My favorite bit of news, not saying any other news is less, but Vision Quest right now is touted to be a sequel to one of my favorite Marvel shows, WandaVision. Mwah. So that has me even more intrigued. And right now, what we know so far is Vision Quest will focus on, if you've watched WandaVision, we'll be focusing on the white Vision that showed up on that show.
It's gonna be very interesting.
Very.
I wouldn't say speculation. There isn't anything in the works, but it kind of like falls in the whole realm of possibility of new team ups. West Coast Avengers, Young Avengers, a whole bunch of things.
My question is like, even though I'm saying, I just gotta ask. They're gonna be focusing on White Vision. What is up with Vision? The original R Vision.
R.I.P. man, he's gone. He's gone. White Vision is what's going on right now, bro. Like, hey, salute my dog, but he's no longer here. He go bye-bye.
Anyways, this is going to be, listen closely, this is officially the second spinoff to WandaVision. Remember, we got Agatha, Coven of Chaos, on the way. That's the first. Yes, that's officially.
That was first?
That's the first spinoff. We got to get that first. Boy. And remember, when we was watching it, I wanted to see more about Agatha because they gave us some, but it wasn't enough to understand. Yeah, sprinkle. Just a sprinkle, you know what I mean?
Wow, you just threw me off.
That's why I didn't mention. I was like, you know what? He's going to hear it do it in the news.
2 spinoffs?
2 spinoffs off one show.
It was a great show. Everybody hating on the movie too.
Now,
Doctor Strange. Y'all need to stop playing.
You know, The hate I've seen online for Multiverse of Madness is wild, but
It's not for us.
but that, bing, it popped up in my head. Most of them ain't see WandaVision. So you're watching something you don't even know where it started at.
But then they're also mad because, stop, man. You're talking to comic buffs here.
Marvel Cinematic Universe. We went over this already.
Yeah, so please stop. This is their own story that they're telling. Be happy with what you're getting.
Thank you. Or get a job at Marvel and write up your own stuff.
Flip it around.
Yeah,
I'd love to see what you got to do. Please. With the budget that they give you.
Hey, this next news is more so... I cared about her because he more so put me on. Echo.
Oh.
If you watched Daredevil, you know who I'm talking about when I mentioned Echo.
No. I'm sorry to interrupt. Remember, she came up on Hawkeye.
My mistake. This man is correct. I just caught an L. She did.
We can't hate on Hawkeye because that was a great show.
Oh, then why am I mistaking?
Daredevil was there.
That's why I got it mucked up.
Yeah.
And then the whole Kingpin thing.
You were in the right realm. It's just, remember, Daredevil, his series hasn't dropped yet. He has made cameos. He has made cameos in Hawkeye and She-Hulk. little buddy there.
Echo was getting finessed by Kingpin.
Yeah, her whole life. So I can't even hate on her because it's like she got Jedi mind tricked by. But it's Kingpin, bro. Mm-hmm. He does this.
It is what
he takes you under your wing and he makes you think it's okay.
From what I've seen, he's a great finesser, dog.
Big bro. He's from New York. What do you expect? Hell's Kitchen. That's crazy to me. That's wild. But yes, Echo showed up on Hawkeye.
Mm-hmm.
Daredevil cameoed on Hawkeye. He also cameoed on She-Hulk, but Echo will get her own series. That's going to be very interesting.
November 29th. Not only that, it will drop in completion, meaning you can binge it straight through. It
First
won't be
time.
yes.
You told me this.
It won't be episode per episode, which here's what's funny. I was annoyed Marvel was doing that, and then I got used to it and I appreciated it. Now that I finally like getting episodes per week, now we're going back. Now we're going back to the binge, whatever. I'm gonna watch it though.
We're gonna binge it.
Mm-hmm.
We're not gonna watch it. We're gonna binge it. We're gonna sit one whole night and just watch it.
And I feel like Echo, this is like a alley-oop to we're gonna get Echo on the shows, then she's gonna pop up in the movie somewhere.
In the movies, or I believe she's gonna pop up in the Daredevil series.
Okay.
Depending on where the Daredevil series, well,
they're in the same area.
they are in New York.
So.
No, now I'm mixing it up because he was in Cali, She-Hulk, but then he did say I have to go back.
You have to go back to work.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he has to go back to work. So yeah, bro, she's gonna pop up in his series for sure. Like there's no doubt about it.
I really don't know what everyone's complaining about. Like I get what everyone's complaining about because Marvel spoiled you, but like right now, consider all of this stuff is a startup. Imagine you have a canopy with a cannonball in it and they're pulling it back ready to shoot. That's what's happening right now, but if you don't get that metaphor, I don't know what to say.
Right. I believe we still have some more news here.
Yes, we do. A little bit of Loki and Craven news, to be exact.
That's another one of our favorite series, by the way.
Look, they're both dropping on the same date, and I'm not even going to waste your time. I'm going back to watch Loki because I've been waiting forever for that. If you watch Loki, you know why.
The thing is, they're not going to...
Didn't you put me on?
Loki?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Because I never was a guy that liked Loki. You put me on. Mwah!
But the thing is, you said Echo is going to be a binge watch. Loki, they're just dropping one episode.
Yep.
So, I'm sorry, Craven. We'll watch you the next day.
I said that. I said, Craven, you can wait. Yeah. Sony, you can wait.
Yeah.
I gotta watch Loki right away,
Even
man.
though I'm very interested because it's going to be the first rated R. Craven.
Thanks for the reminder. We did say that. We did say that.
First rated R, and I'm excited for who's playing Craven. I don't think you're familiar with it. Actually, you seen Kick-Ass?
Yeah, I have. I'm not familiar with the actors. I've seen Kick-Ass. You know when I saw Kick-Ass? Around the time. So it's been a while for me to try to remember.
One of the main character with the green suit
that get beat.
Yeah, he gets.
Okay, that's Craven.
Yeah.
Okay,
but he's older now.
That's interesting.
He's older now. He looks different. He was in a movie that I saw, Bullet Train or something like that. You didn't see that one. Played a really good role.
Look, even though
he's a lot more mature.
I'm not a fan of the Sony Marvel films. I'll always give a new one a chance. Always. So hopefully this one's good.
It's rated R. That's all I gotta say. That means it's gonna be interesting. And I believe that's all we got for Marvel.
I think so. Yeah. That's it for Marvel news. Till next time.
Sticking within the comic realms and the CUs and the DCUs, MCUs.
And the AUs.
We touched upon this maybe last episode. Yes, we did. Basically, we were talking about new releases that are going to come in DCAU. We finished a section, right? We already finished that part. And then we told you what we are up to now, and we were missing... I gotta clear my throat for this one because...
Let's go!
I don't care for the man like this.
This is crazy. Y'all gotta understand, this is crazy for me because he doesn't like this hero at all.
I don't.
So what he's about to say is...
We were missing Superman,
Man of Tomorrow.
It was actually really good. My problem is I never have any gripes with DC's animated films, even if it is Superman
Real talk.
It was fire. Parasite was
the
antagonist villain.
The plot that you want to say.
The main man Lobo came up and showed.
Okay. Even though this is a Superman movie and they had all these characters, Lobo did it for me. He held the F down. Fired.
The reason why I love Lobo, one, because he has no filter, and two, because he's always whooping Superman's ass. Doesn't matter. Yo, bro, I told you the story. He got sent to hell, and hell had to kick him out.
That's crazy.
That's how crazy this man is.
And put it this way. I look forward and hope that they implement some more Lobo.
Hey, he said he's gonna come back. He said I'll be back.
Give that man a little series, even if it's a 5-episode series. Give that man something. He held it down in that movie. But before we go on a rant about Lobo for the whole episode, the Superman movie was good. It was a great. Remember, DCAU closed. These brand of movies are considered the Tomorrowverse.
Okay.
So, with Superman, Man of Tomorrow, kicking things up, I like the direction it's pushing you, taking you towards. So, and you could imagine how Superman is. He's not fully...
It's literally the beginning. He didn't have a suit.
Yeah.
He literally had a hat.
His mom made him...
How many bandsaws?
His mom's... I got you. When his mom presented the suit, she said, "This is what you were wrapped in where you came." She goes, "It was hard to make. We went through 16 bandsaws to cut the cloth."
16 bandsaws.
16 of them bangs!
Why are we even...
And little details like that, it blows my mind because, dog, the man's already bulletproof. Then he got this on top of whatever this... ain't doing nothing to that man. But yeah, Superman, Man of Tomorrow, check that out if you're trying to follow where the DC animated films are going. While we're here, what else did we watch, brother?
Well, let's just go in order.
Okay.
Even though we've watched this already. So Superman, Man of Tomorrow was, by the way, Martian Manhunter was fired.
Oh, how could I forget?
I'm sorry, Martian.
But
he was dope.
He was dope.
Stop!
Wow!
Anyways. Martian Manhunter was there, aka John. Dope. Lobo, Martian Manhunter, Superman, aka Clark Kent. Parasite.
How Parasite came to be, all of that.
bro.
It was basically
Parasite,
Lobos'
man,
fault.
that was Lobos.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It is what it is.
moving on. So, Justice Society World War II.
Yeah, we saw that.
Flash went back in.
Flash went, ended up in World War II era. Good movie.
Saw that. That was cool. Batman Long Halloween. We told you we seen it. Part 1 and 2. Fire. And then the one that we didn't see, which I actually did, and I thought I didn't. He didn't see it, so
I saw it last night.
Put it on for him. Green Lantern, Beware My Power.
Mwah.
Yeah.
Listen, the story for Green Lantern, Beware My Power, wowed me, and it made me like Stewart as a Green Lantern more than ever before. I never cared for him.
Yo, he's like I've been told you this. He's my favorite Green Lantern. John Stewart, the way he carries himself. Now, mind you, you guys have to understand this. This Tomorrowverse is different from the stories that we originally get. But it's this universe. This is the universe they're giving us, and this is how they started off. So John Stewart's story in this movie is different from his actual. Remember the Justice League animated show?
Yeah.
That's not how that started. That's not how he got his ring, but it was still a great take on how he got his ring. To start I'm not gonna spoil it, but to start it, he's already beating people up. That's all I gotta say.
Crazy.
Legit, one of my favorite Green Lanterns.
I liked it. I loved it. I can't lie. I loved it. That was fire.
Yeah.
That
You could have stopped talking about it. I was, like, yeah,
I was talking about it today.
And then we're missing one before. What's the one that's gonna drop after this one? After Legion of Superheroes, because we have to watch this. After we finish this cast, we're gonna watch it.
Okay, so after Green Lantern, Beware My Power comes Legion of Superheroes, which is the 6th installment. The 7th installment is Justice League War World, where they all come together. War
World. Anyways, so Legion of Superheroes is what we're gonna watch. Apparently, it's Supergirl.
Oh, we read the synopsis. Okay, got you. Yeah.
Supergirl. She gets taken under Clark Kent's wing and yada yada yada. We haven't watched the movie, but we will. And then Justice League
War World comes. It's not dropped yet. It hasn't come out yet.
World. Yeah, that's the 2023 that's gonna drop. Everything dropped 2020, 2021, 2022. 2021 was Justice Society World War II and Batman, and then 2022 was Green Lantern and Legion of Superheroes.
Nice.
And 2023, Justice League World. So it's exciting. We're gonna see Legion of Superheroes, and we'll give you our take on that next week.
Yes, we cannot wait.
And that's the end of our DC. I went ahead and bought something. I'm missing number 1 still, but number 5 came in.
Nice.
It's beautiful. And I'm going to continue reading this thing. I'm actually at this one right now. So that's the cool part. Once one comes in, I'm going to complete my set. But there's one thing about this. Once I start reading something, I dig in deeper. And there's a new 52 version that I'm going to start collecting. Because that one is actually closer to what we're going to get with what James Gunn is going to give us in the animated series.
Got you.
It's a series where Frankenstein is leading the crew.
Got you.
Yeah.
That should be very interesting.
Miss Frankenstein is by his side.
That should be very interesting.
Yeah. It's going to be dope. And that's all we got for DC.
Peace. The conference finals are here, ladies and gentlemen. How you feeling, Papo?
I'm all right. Listen. Congratulations to the Heat.
Salute.
They defeated my Knicks. And we are not going to advance. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm actually happy with how the team did this year. We faced a very admirable Heat team. They're very well coached. They have a lot of good players, a lot of supporting cast. Jimmy Butler is Timothy Jones.
Jimmy's doing his things. Timothy Butler.
He didn't wild out on us, okay? He still has a injured ankle. He was doing his thing on that ankle. They literally played very well team ball. They out-hustled us. It's okay. The Knicks have a lot to learn from this. We haven't been here in a long time.
Since Melo.
That's wild. That's wild to me. We have a lot of young players.
You did say you have young players. So
a lot of young players. There's a few players that I think we should move on from, Randall. But it's okay. We'll figure it out. I like Tom Thibodeau. His defense is very stifling sometimes. We need to figure it out on offense. Next year is a new year. But as far as the Heat, woo, y'all got something going for y'all, man. But I will tell you this. The Celtics is going to be a very hard team to beat. They just won a Game 7 against the 76ers. There's two great players on that team. They didn't show up. You got the beard.
Harden.
And an MVP who I do believe he is very much worthy of the MVP. And like I said, he might have needed it before this year as well, because he did very, very good these last few years. But they didn't show up. They didn't show up. I will tell you who did show up. Jason Tatum. Brother. He broke a Game 7 record with most points scored in a Game 7 with 51 points.
Nasty.
Previously held by Stephen Curry with 50 points. I'm going to tell you something, bro. The highlight I just showed you with Jokic, he was doing that all over the court. He was doing that all
That highlight you showed me of Jokic was...
Right, but he was doing that. Mind you, they're two different positions because that Jokic highlight was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But he was doing that all game, and he was hot all game. Now, the team did really good as well, but Jason Tatum with 51 points is just nasty. Mr. Wow, I know you watching. I know your Celtic team is out here. I hope they do something. I'm not cheering for them, but whatever. Let's see what happens. On another note, Game 1 of Lakers versus Nuggets.
I just saw that score.
What was it? 136, 128?
So quick, 130, yeah.
Why are we in these numbers?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Nobody's playing defense? What's going on?
That's crazy.
Brother, you saw the Jokic.
Mm-hmm.
4 seconds left before the quarter.
In his face. Hand all in his face.
Look. Even the commentators said during the halftime show, it's not like AD is not playing defense. He's literally giving his all.
What I saw in that clip, he was doing his thing. But
in his face.
But
bro. Oh, by the way, he 2-time MVP back to back.
Is Jokic bigger than
They're all 7-footers. Embiid 7-footer.
I asked that because that man was all in his face and he just
Embiid 7-footer, AD is a 7-footer. Like they're all big.
It's crazy
boys.
how today's games has some 7-footers.
Regular. Back in the day, it was only like 2 or 3. Now you got like 10 all around the league.
Crazy.
Yeah. But AD was doing his thing, man. He was doing his thing defensively, but there was I was watching snippets of I was in and out because I was getting ready for the show, and I'm gonna tell you right now, Jokic was in his bag. There was a point where I was texting Gary. I was like, "Yo, Gary," he had him in the low block. Before he had him in the low block, 3 high, top of the key, open, made. All right, cool. They get the possession. They come back down. Now he's on the low block. Backs down once. Shimmy goes left to the basket. Quick. AD, I get it.
Isn't Gary Seeps Heat?
Nah, he's a Magic fan. He's more worried about the lottery tonight. He's a little happy with his lottery picks. Get him out of here. But I'm telling you right now, that series is gonna be crazy. I believe because the Warriors were a good team, LeBron is gonna get into his cyborg bag.
Oh, LeBron the cyborg.
Because not only is he physically a cyborg, he's mentally a cyborg because he dissected the Warriors and the plays that they run. He's going to do the same thing to this Nuggets team, and I feel like it's going to go to Game 6 to who? I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know. It might be the Nuggets the way they play tonight, but if Jokic keeps this play up and Murray as well, the Nuggets might take it away. So we'll see. That's all the NBA news I got. Remember, there's only 4 teams left. Time's a ticking. I just want good basketball. Give me good basketball, because if it ends short, that means there's going to be a big gap where there's no football, and I'm going to be upset. So, till next time.
I think you know
I got you.
what time it is. Here's your latest in MMA news. We got a lot to speak about. We don't have too much, but there's a lot of upcoming fights and a lot of news dropped today. Let us get to it.
Let's get it.
This past weekend, we did have a UFC fight night. Jail, I need to get on him. I didn't mean that in any way. I'm sure.
That's
I need.
that was crazy. Mace. That was crazy.
Let me remix that. I need to find out more about Jelton Almeida.
Let's go.
Because Dana White likes him, and apparently he's on a streak. He defeats Jarenzo Rosenstruck via submission round 1.
Crazy.
That's cool. Johnny Walker versus Anthony Smith.
Boy, Anthony Smith, man.
Johnny Walker was victorious via unanimous decision. Dana wasn't too happy about that fight because he mentioned that Johnny Walker had multiple times to
finish him.
My thing is, sometimes guys are durable. You can't finish some guys. That's my thing.
But Anthony Smith is that guy.
So
he's not somebody you just boop, 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 knock him out.
It is what it is. So that fight happened.
Dana, stop being spoiled. Anyways,
he needs to sometimes.
Please. Anyways,
Ian Gary defeats. You should be seeing the replay right now. Daniel Rodriguez via TKO. Nasty head kick. Looking forward to see more out of Ian Gary. This is full circle for him because I saw a picture of him when he was just a kid with Conor McGregor. You know those fan pics you be taking? Yeah. And now he's in the UFC. You're a young boy. Because when I saw the pic, he looked like a pipsqueak.
Oh, pipsqueak! Alrighty then.
To open up that main event of the card, Carlos Ulberg defeats Igor Potera via TKO in round 1. Let's get down to business.
Before we do though, the pronunciations, my friend.
Hey! Thank you.
I'm just saying.
I've been trying.
That boy hasn't studied.
I need no disrespect.
No,
I've been trying.
Well, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's get down to business, please.
The main event of the prelims saw Matt Brown with another KO over Court McGee. This ties Matt Brown with Derek Lewis with the most KOs in UFC history. Wowzers.
In the prelims?
In the prelims.
That's crazy.
It was a great KO too. In the pocket. Blah! Conor McGregor popped out. Of course, he always has to pop out and steal everyone's shine. He says, "Oh, I'm gonna beat that record." And I like Matt Brown's response. He says, "Fight me,
come
for
see
it.
me, come see me,
fight me for it." You want to talk about breaking records? Come fight me for it. Get the hell out of here, Conor.
McGregor's just fat.
You're gonna like this bit of news right now.
Let's go.
You've noticed we've done as we've advanced. We've done UFC news, then we do more boxing news. Here's some Bellator news for you.
Okay.
At Bellator 296, Gegard Mousasi.
Excuse me? Go.
Gegard Mousasi was defeated by Fabian Edwards. I'm gonna quiz you right now. Do you know who Fabian Edwards is related to, my good brother? Think of the last name.
Leon?
Yes, sir.
Oh, London blow!
London blow!
London headshot! Yo, let's go.
He
That's
won that.
Okay.
He won that via decision, unanimous decision, that sets him up to fight for the middleweight title. So that's going to be a good look.
Okay.
It blew my mind. I knew he had a brother. I didn't know what he had going on. So when I went to go see Bellator News, I was like, this is what you've been doing. Middleweight. My bro's welterweight. I'm middleweight.
That's fire.
And with this win, that puts him on a 3-fight winning streak. So that's a good look for Edwards.
Oh, he's on. Let's go.
That should be good. Here's some PFL news. 9 fighters have been suspended by the PFL for testing for banned substance. PFL put out a statement saying, we do not tolerate this stuff, and they're looking to work with USADA to open up an anti-doping program. And this should have been here, but hey, I'm glad that you guys are going to get that started. 9, Papo, 9.
Brother, what?
9.
What is going on?
9.
Yeah,
That means, you know what happened? Give someone an inch. What does he do?
They do too much.
Exactly.
I like this news though, because news that you have coming up, that means PFL is about to get serious.
Oh, yes.
Let's go.
Speaking of that, this is a big sign for PFL. PFL has signed Francis Ngannou with a heck of a deal. Let me read this off for you.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
This deal gives him equity and leadership roles. He will also be the chairman of the newly launched PFL Africa.
I'm going to nickname him Francis Chairman Ngannou.
Francis Chairman, let his plight and let what he's done tell you, show you, take a stand where you feel wrong and do what you have to do to get it right and hold out.
Mind you, before this, who turned him down? They never came to him.
All of them. 1FC, all them. Bellator, all them.
I was talking to him in the car about this. MMA is a baby.
It
as
really
a sport.
is. It's a baby. If you think about it, if you compare the age to all the other sports,
And then,
baby.
What do we say? UFC as the
He's the oldest of the babies.
the section of the MMA sport is also a baby.
Mm-hmm.
But PFL is a baby that is not crawling, they're walking. In fact, they're running.
And with this deal, I see a lot of good things coming.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Chairman of Africa.
That's unheard of.
Bro, Francis is about to get a lot of beasts in the crevices of Africa that no one knows.
That's what I'm looking forward to. He's literally giving, come through. He's funneling them through here. Come through. Oh,
He's about to have a whole camp. He's going to train all of them from featherweight to middleweight to we're here to take over. Dana, I think you need to take some notes.
you took an L there. Sorry, Dana. And as far as, with all that good news, as far as the fighting news for Francis, we look forward to him fighting sometime next year. He has business to deal with right now, okay?
Oh, wait. Remember, there's also, I know you said he has incentives and all that stuff, but he can also box whenever he wants.
And if you're coming to face him, you're going to get a guaranteed 1 mil, 2 milli. That's on him. That's his doing. Salute.
Every pay-per-view, he gets 50%. That's wild to me. Let's get it, man. Yo, Francis, I appreciate you, brother.
Not only shout-outs to Francis, shout-outs to PFL.
Big time. What else we got?
Oh, I do not like this.
Oh.
But we did say this man has been fighting since 2001. Debuted. We're in the 289s, 290s of UFC events. He debuted at UFC 37. It's sad to say Robbie Lawler is retiring soon per Dana White. And Robbie Lawler's next fight is at UFC 290, and that's where it's happening at.
Robbie, I need you to win this one.
Yeah, please.
After you win this one, come back to Four Rivers. I got you a plate. I got you burnt ends, brisket, whatever you want, brother. Cornbread on the side, anything you want, dog. Matter of fact, this is right here. You see this? This is when I seen Robbie for the first time at
crazy
Four Rivers. Crazy.
I just want to say, heart to heart, man to man, from 2Ps, we love you, Robbie Lawler.
Big fans.
Thank you for all the fights. Thank you for your blood, sweat, and tears. You're one of my favorite fighters. Hats off to you. What can I say? That can say nothing. You always showed up and banged out, my boy.
No matter what, we're always rooting for you.
Always, and we'll be rooting for you in whatever you do next.
Nah, you got this dub. Trust me, you got this dub. We're
Thank
gonna be
you.
rooting for you that night.
Do that, Robbie. You're the man.
Salute.
In boxing news,
Here we go.
I'm kind of tight about this one. We had Romero Rolly versus Barrasso. That was a title fight. And if you didn't watch this, if you didn't watch it this past weekend,
Yeah,
that stoppage was criminal. That's all I can say about that fight.
What did you say? They have to boxing has to. What was it?
The announcer made a comment that night was, and it was along the lines of, "When will all this crooked stuff stop?"
You gotta be accountable, like.
And that's not what I said. One of the announcers said it.
Take accountability for this, man. Like.
And it said a lot to me when they interviewed Rolly. And Rolly said, "Yeah, it could have kept on going." Like what? So y'all wanted Rolly to get the belt? That was awful. What does it do to the spirit, the heart, the soul of a man that knew that was wrong? What does that do to Barrasso?
Bro, he was tearing him up.
But he was good. You saw when he was going to the body?
Bodies. Straight bodies. Now, there was a point in that round.
Don't get me, Rolly was doing his thing, but Barrasso was...
Rolly got him a little wobbly, and Barrasso was...
Barrasso wobbled Rolly first, though.
But that stoppage was crazy.
Criminal.
Every single one of those hits that Rolly was throwing, none of them actually landed.
It was nothing.
Woo. Come on, bro. Y'all gotta stop this. Yo, let me chill out.
All I'm gonna say is, I love boxing with all my heart. That's not happening in MMA.
No.
That's not happening.
Never.
They bang out and that's it.
You know what's crazy? You know how many questionable fights there
And they were never looking like that.
Nah, because they're still banging. They're still banging. And then the times where we'll be like, "Oh, why did they stop it?" They replay it. No. They
it was like,
nah,
we didn't even get none of that from that. We watched the replay. It was like, oh no, this is criminal.
Yeah.
I hope Karma or whatever, they got something set up for Barrasso, a rematch, something.
I mean, yeah, but for Rolly, aren't they trying to set something up for him to fight somebody? I don't think he deserves it. I feel like he's gonna lose the next one. That's just me. I don't see it. I don't see it in Rolly, man. Stiff-legged.
That's another thing I saw during the fight. When I was watching Rolly fight, I was like, you should never fight Tank again, because this fight really showing me like you're nowhere near the levels of Tank Garcia's and stuff.
You're
nowhere near.
That's what they want, Ryan Garcia. That's what they want. That's what the people want. But yo, the South, the
if Ryan sticks to some fundamentals, he can get Rolly out of here. Because Rolly's not that special. He didn't wow me.
He trying to get the Philly shell going, but that's not how you even use the Philly shell.
His Philly shell looks suspect.
Your Philly shell is like automatic Philly shell, when the thing is, your Philly shell is supposed to be when you feel as if you're about to be attacked. It's a defense position. And he stays in that position all, like...
Yeah, he made it easy for Barrasso to tear that body up.
Cement feet. Barrasso, old as hell.
I love his whole stance. He had that traditional boxing.
Yeah.
Well, it is what it is, man. Yeah. That's what's up in boxing news this past weekend. This weekend, we have Lomachenko versus Haney.
That's going to be fire. I was just watching Lomachenko highlights.
Yeah. and not for nothing.
His dad had him dancing as a kid.
Not for nothing. Everyone's counting Lomachenko out. I'm rooting for Haney, but if Lomachenko wins, I'm going to root as if Haney's winning too, because the way they're counting him out.
You know what my problem is? I'm not too invested in Haney because I haven't watched.
I feel you.
I'm a big Lomachenko fan.
Mm-hmm. I love his style. I will admit, I love his style.
I love the footwork.
Mm-hmm.
The footwork is what gets me.
In fighting, besides the punching and all that, it's footwork.
You're dancing in the ring. It's two dancing bears.
You're stupid.
Like, it's gonna be fire. That's this weekend?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I'm watching that.
It's gonna be nice. Now we reached the section of upcoming bangeries.
Yeah.
Bellator 297 takes place on June 16th.
Not too far.
Your main man's on the main card and he's fighting for a light heavyweight title. You're gonna love hearing this.
Who's my main man?
Nemkov, the light heavyweight champion. He's 16-2 over at Bellator. You know who he's fighting? Yoel Romero. Yoel is 15-6 right now at Bellator. I'm tuning in for that one because, how crazy it'd be if he wins that title at this age?
That's gonna be fire.
Oh!
You know what's crazy? I just found out that Joel had a brother.
He does?
He's a boxer. He's a boxer, a Cuban boxer, and you could tell he's lit.
I didn't know.
Looks just like him, but with hair.
Know.
He got hair.
I didn't know.
Like a light Caesar. Yeah.
Don't sleep on Nemkov though. 16-2. You don't get 16-2 without no reason. But it's Joel.
Joel's all right. You know how we said LeBron is a cyborg. Joel's a Cuban cyborg.
Joel's a Cuban cyborg.
He's almost 50.
Yeah, it's still wilding now.
Why are you still here?
He's almost 50. Fighting.
His neck.
What neck? All right. That's the main fight on the main event. The co-main, you're familiar with Anthony Pettis, correct?
Yes.
His little brother Sergio Pettis is the Bantam champion over there. He's 22-5. He's going to fight the featherweight champion. It's a title versus title fight. Be 5-5.
What the hell?
Patricio Ferreira. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong.
Patricio Ferreira.
Look at those records.
Italian.
22-5 versus 35-5.
You're wilding 35-5.
I'm tuning into this because this looks like a decent card.
35-5 is still throwing me out. Go ahead, go.
Corey Anderson versus Phil Davis. Two fighters that used to be at the UFC. This is going to be interesting too. To open up the main card, we have Daniel James, 15-6 versus Gokhan Sadakam, who's 8-1. So that's the Bellator 297 event. What else we have upcoming?
Let's go.
UFC 290.
It's fire.
Volkanovski versus Yair Rodriguez. That's on July 8th. What else do we have on this card? Brendan Moreno.
Oh, my guy.
I can't wait to that. Before I can continue, you understand? Me and this man were just, randomly watching what was it, UFC Fight Night?
This was years ago.
Years ago, and we caught Brandon Moreno, and we were so enamored and fascinated by his fighting style, we stuck with him.
Before he became a champ.
He was nowhere near talks of belts.
Nah.
We watched this man come. I'm like, win the belt, lose it, win the belt, lose it. And win the belt.
His tenacity is crazy.
We've been riding with Brandon Moreno since. That is my man.
Big time.
And he's fighting, give me a second, Alexandre Pantoja.
Excuse me?
For the flyweight title. Also on that card.
He's defending, right?
Defending.
Okay, of course.
Because he's a champ right now.
Of course.
Robert Whitaker. Say that name for me.
Whitaker versus... Duplessis.
That should be interesting. You know what's going to happen with that fight? Winner's going to fight Izzy. Winner's got to fight Izzy.
Oh.
And Izzy wants Drickus really, 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 really bad because he made comments about his African heritage. Because Drickus, even though he's white, he's from South Africa.
He is South Africa.
So there's a little beef right there. To open up that main card, we have Jalen Turner versus Dan Hooker. Shout out to Jalen, but Dan Hooker is my guy. Dan, show up, man. Show up and hook them. Show these guys who you are.
Hook them, but the point fighting feat is there.
It's there.
The point fighting is going to be there.
All right, come on, Hooker. I believe in you.
What we got?
UFC July 15th, we have Harley Holm versus Mara Breno. That takes place in Vegas. UFC 291 is the news I got. Boop, boop, smashed with today. Dustin versus Justin Gaethje Part 2. What I'm about to say is going to sound crazy, but hold on with me. I want Dustin to win. The greedy part of me wants Justin to win just so we can squeeze out a Part 3. But I want Dustin to win.
No, don't do that.
I hear you.
Don't even, not
Anything happens. But let me calm down. I'm acting like the fight. We're about to fight. Whenever Dustin's mentioned, I
you know what I just thought about in my head? You know how Dustin is always about to wall out when he picks up. I literally just saw him pick up his shorts and start.
The co-main to that card is Alex Pereira making his debut at light heavyweight to fight Jan Blachowicz.
Jan is not a...
Jan's no slouch.
Don't sleep.
You know what I find fantastic about this?
What?
Jan dispatched Izzy easily.
He did.
And now Alex is making his debut against who? Jan. This would be an interesting bout. I want to see what this looks like.
My thing is, this is the thing though.
Talk to me.
The reason why Izzy had to go up.
Mm-hmm. I see where you're
Pereira
going.
doesn't
I
have
see
to
where
go
you're
up.
going.
He stands around in this way.
I see where you're going.
So he can eat.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be eating.
Who you got in this?
Pereira, come on, man.
And I'm gonna tell you right now what Jen's gonna do. He's gonna try and take Alex down.
Yeah.
But Alex ain't gonna have none of that. I ain't gonna have none of that.
I'm just scared though, because does he have any grappling background?
It don't matter because his fight's a long
Legs.
ways out. He's gonna train for
And
this.
his legs. He's gonna kickbox the hell out of him. All right.
Also on this card we have Costa versus Alice Korov. Tony Ferguson versus Bobby Green.
Let's go.
What?
Yeah. That's crazy.
Oh!
Yeah, there's more.
Chiesa versus Holland. I like this card.
That's to start it off, right?
That's the start
the
of the main event.
That's wow. Yo, but Holland deserves all this.
Yes.
Wait.
Yeah.
When is this?
Hold on. Got you. July 29th.
When's the last time he fought? A month ago?
About that. Yeah, he fought recently. And didn't he KO? Was it KO?
That's like a 3-month TKO, no? Or a submission. Am I tripping? I forgot what it was. I know he won.
Yeah, he did.
That's more than 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. You took your 3-month leave. Little
Ready
break.
to hang out again.
Let's do it.
I like that. Rafael Dos Anjos versus Vicente Luque. That fight is postponed to August 12th. That's going to be a welterweight bout, by the way. Rafael Dos Anjos, I don't know what's going on with him. He's been fighting for a long time. He might mess around and become a journeyman. The guy you need to get
Somebody need to get to him.
to get to the title. He's a tough fighter. The only reason why I don't like him is because he beat Robbie Lawler once and he left the sour taste in my mouth. But Robbie Lawler's legs wasn't there during that fight. He just stood there. So it is what it is. Last but not least, upcoming UFC 292. This card is still being formed. All I can tell you is we have Aljo versus O'Malley.
Jose Aljo?
Nah. Aljamain Sterling. That's going to be for the Bantam title.
Against who? O'Malley?
Yes.
Oh, Thriller Jacket head ass?
Yep. And our girls on this card. Zheng Wei Li will be defending her title against Amanda Lemos for the strawweight title. That's going to be the co-main.
I've become a fan of her.
Zheng Wei Li is another person we saw on the come up, and she got better and better. Her last outing, she wowed me with her wrestling, and because on her come up, everyone used to question her wrestling, and I feel like she heard that and came out the gate smoking.
Like, nah, we ain't playing.
Mm-hmm. And as far as that is it for upcoming fight events.
Hope y'all enjoyed.
All right, what an episode. My man, what are you doing over here?
Oh, you know. Oh, my bad. Time flies when you're having fun, bro.
Yo, this was episode VEINTISIETE. It's my boy Platt.
And it's my boy P.
If you're feeling the vibe,
like, share, and subscribe, baby.
Until next time, beautiful people.
2 P's out.